The US State Department has given an initial green light to a weapons deal with Taiwan. China, however, says the potential trade agreement worth the billions of dollars could undermine its sovereignty. The Pentagon and Taiwanese officials have defended the move.
This proposed sale will support the foreign policy and national security of the US by helping to improve the security and defensive capability of the recipient, an important force for political stability, military balance and economic progress in the region.
Taiwan will speed up investment on defense and continue to deepen security ties with the United States and countries with similar ideas.
Okay, let's go through what we know about this. Then American lawmakers have 30 days to make a final decision on the deal. If agreed upon, Taiwan will receive over 100 modernized tanks and also 250 air defense missiles. That, along with other weapons, takes the total bill to $2.2 billion. Now, the island of Taiwan has a complicated history, with Taipei being ruled autonomously and separately from China since the end of the Chinese Civil War in 1949. Now, Taiwan as a state is officially recognized by only 18 countries, not by any major global powers as well. China claims sovereignty over the territory, and therefore Beijing sees international interference as a domestic threat.
The sale of weapons by the United States to Taiwan seriously violates the One China principle, grossly interferes in China's internal affairs, and undermines China's sovereignty and security interests. China urges the US to immediately cancel the planned arms sale and stop military relations with Taipei to avoid damaging Sino-US relations and harming peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait.
Okay, let's go live now to Andrew Long, a specialist in a lot of things, but for our purposes today, we're going to concentrate on that region and China in particular. Good to see you. How would arms sales to Taiwan help to ensure the region's security? Because that is what the Pentagon is arguing here.
Well, from the point of view of the United States, Taiwan is not just Taiwan, it's part of a chessboard of Asia-Pacific security for the United States, in which the United States seeing itself as being dominant, and that dominance is being challenged by the rising China. So under the Indo-Pacific strategy, which Taiwan plays a part, the United States is going to strengthen the military capabilities of some of its allies, together with Taiwan, Australia, of course Japan, and other areas in other countries in the area. But as far as the law is concerned, although the United States pays lip service to the One China policy, there is the Taiwan Relations Act, which legitimizes, legalizes these arms sales. And in addition to arms sales, the United States is trumping up the diplomatic exchanges at a high level, sending senior officials to visit Taiwan and inviting senior officials from Taiwan to visit the United States. So the idea is to create Taiwan as a kind of unsinkable aircraft carrier, as a kind of a fortress to contain China. So I think that the arms sales must be seen in that context, as far as the United States is concerned.
It's about the deeds, isn't it? The actions more than the words here. To what extent does the potential sale undermine Washington's, therefore, official position that Taiwan is a part of China?
Well, it can still pay lip service to that, because the United States doesn't recognize Taiwan under the United Nations as a separate country. So he can say that it respects the One China policy, and of course, but on the other hand, it's strengthening the military capabilities of Taiwan, but that is in accordance with the Taiwan Relations Act. And you look at Taiwan itself, most of the people don't want unification. There is no mileage for that at all. But I think most of the, on the other hand, there are 1 million Taiwanese businessmen living and operating the businesses inside China on the mainland. And these people are unlikely to welcome a situation where the apple cart is being upset. So I think you have a kind of pushback against both sides, and China, of course, projecting its influence in the South China Sea, creating fortified islands out of sandbanks, and so as to guard the passage of its trade and importation of energy and resources, and also expanding its navy. So that again is seen by Washington as being threatening to the American interests in the Asia Pacific, of which Taiwan plays a part.
Andrew, always good to have you in the programme explaining the big issues of the day. International and China specialist Andrew Leung.